are live all across Northwest and West Central Ohio here on WOSN. We welcome you inside the Thunderdome in Archbold. It's NWOAL Boys Basketball Championship night. We'll decide whether or not if it's one team or two teams who win the league championship. One of those games that decide it is right here as the Patrick Henry Patriots have come to Archbold to face the Blue Streaks. Hello again, everyone. Alongside my partner, Miles Holliday, I'm Randy Roberts. Partner, here we go. This is what everyone plays for all year long. A championship on the line in the NWOAL. Patrick Henry can earn at least a piece, as there is the actual physical trophy they're playing for. And I only know that. One, I carried it in here. Two, it literally sits next to me up here. A lot on the line tonight here in the Thunderdome.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? If you're from Patrick Henry, can you smell it in the air tonight? Yes, that's the smell of a championship. And boy, what a long drought it's been since they've been able to hoist the NWOAL trophy up in the air since, 2006, 2007, right around there?
Yeah, won back-to-back titles in 2006 and 2007. The Patriots looking for their 10th overall NWOAL Boys Basketball Championship. Could be a title share. Also a big game on the line tonight in Wauseon as the Indians entertain Bryan. As you take a look at the NWOAL standings heading into this matchup tonight. So it's really simple. If Wauseon and Patrick Henry both win their games tonight, they share the league championship.
Well,
if one win, one loses, we have an outright winner. And even, I'm sorry, I've interrupted you twice.
Okay.
If they both lose, they still share the league title. Miles, you can now speak.
You've covered all the scenarios. You're very thorough. That's the mayor of Northwest Ohio, Randy Roberts. He knows it all. Now, here's the thing that is absolutely crazy. Did you ever think Wauseon would ever root for Archbold? Right? And all of a sudden, all those Indians in Wauseon are rooting for the Blue Streaks to win tonight. Of course, if they win tonight, take care of business against Bryan, and they get the Archbold help tonight that they need, Wauseon caring is not sharing, so they'd like to have it by themselves. Patrick Henry definitely got to see their best effort here tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So following along on social media, or hopefully maybe a few TVs on in Wauseon, keeping an eye on what's going on. So big one tonight here in Archbold as we take a look at the teams in this one. And let's start with the homestanding Blue Streaks of Archbold coming in at 10-11 overall, 3-3 in the NWOAL. This senior night recognized their 4 senior cheerleaders. Also mentioned something about Alex Roth, the lone senior on this roster, and the trials and tribulations that he has fought through all year. As you see the lineup there on your screen, a couple players we've talked about each and every time we've seen Archbold this year: Kate Brenner and Jaden Seiler.
Yeah, you take a look at Kate Brenner. Is there a better scorer in Northwest Ohio than that young man? Averages about 19 a game, and he does it in difficult manners, right? Everybody knows they have to shut him down to beat Archbold, so he gets everybody's best effort. Still delivers night in, night out. Jaden Seiler, I liked how last week, Randy, when we had him against Napoleon, he started to attack with a dribble. I think that's going to be key for him as he moves forward as an offensive player. Before, he was just a stand behind the arc and shoot kid. He's going to be more versatile if he's able to add that to his game.
And we mentioned 10-11 for Archbold overall. We saw them over the holidays, had obviously the premier team in Northwest Ohio, Ottawa Glandorf, come here and get a big win over Archbold. It seems like Archbold, every time they would lose a couple, bounce back. We know at one point, I believe they were 7-4 on the year. Now you take a look with the tournament time looming. By the way, they're going to play Eastwood, a team they saw over the Christmas break, coming up on next week at Springfield in a sectional semifinal. This Archbold team heading in the opposite direction of what they went heading into the tournament. Have lost 2 in a row, 3 of 4, 7 of their last 9.
Now, one guy that wasn't listed on the starting lineup, but he's kind of like a starter in waiting, Micah Knopfsinger, who I think is going to be a big part of the game here for Archbold tonight. The tallest guy on this Archbold roster at 6'3". Big Country has developed as the season gone on, had a 13-point game, and I thought he acquitted himself really well against the front line of Napoleon a week ago. He was very competitive rebounding the basketball, and he's going to have to do that again for Archbold to be successful tonight.
The Blue Streaks, led by head coach Joe Frank, is in his 5th year running this varsity program now, 87-32 as the head coach. As we said, they're going to see Eastwood. They beat Eastwood 62-59 at Eastwood on December 27th, so a team that they're going to be familiar with when the Blue Streaks roll into the postseason, which is coming up beginning this upcoming week. All right, let's turn our attention now to the Patriots of Patrick Henry under third-year head coach Brian Heber, who's now 40-26 at his alma mater. Late change to the lineup for the Patriots. Had some injury things come up late as we see Gavin Jackson inserted into the starting lineup for Landon Johnson.
What a luxury, though, for Coach Heber to have a guy like Gavin Jackson, who comes in 6th, 7th guy anyhow, a senior that can distribute the basketball, averages 2 assists. But Landon Johnson, the everyday starting point guard who has 3 assists a game, he's out tonight with an ankle injury that he sustained at practice on Wednesday. It's not broken, but he's not going to be available to play here tonight. So it shortens the bench for Patrick Henry.
Now, after tonight, they will get a week's break before their tournament opener, as they're going to get either Fayette or Montpelier in a Division IV sectional final that'll be played in all places for Patrick Henry. How about your county rival? You got to go to Liberty Center to play your tournament game.
right. And they say, well, we'll go ahead and take care of business. The guy to me, though, that makes everything go for them, Nash Meyer, number 12. He is a guy that can score the basket. Only averages about 9 points a game because they're a very unselfish basketball team. You look at their stat line, have 4 or 5 guys that average 2 assists or more. So they share the wealth, but if they really need a basket, I think Nash Meyer is the guy that they can go to.
Now, Lincoln Krieger, also another of those guys, leads the team at about 12 points per game. And you feel like when you take a look at the numbers for Patrick Henry, if they just didn't have so many gosh darn weapons, there'd be someone that would score 15, 16 a game.
Well, they're going to have weapons inside tonight because of their size. They can put on the floor at one point in time 6'5", 6'4", and 6'3", and the biggest guy for Archbold is only 6'3", so a continuing theme for Archbold. Are they going to be able to rebound the basketball to be competitive tonight? Well, we're going to find out.
Is that almost like a key to the game?
It might be. It might be something that we look forward to.
So we got those coming up here in just a few minutes. Waiting on what should be a good one. Patrick Henry playing for the NWOAL Championship. We'll have more of our pregame. We continue here in WOSN. Hey, Randy Roberts, Miles Holliday back with you here in the Thunderdome in Archbold as we get set for our matchup tonight between the Blue Streaks and the Patriots. The free WOSN Scores app is the easiest way to follow local high school sports. No one covers more schools, more sports, and more scores than WOSN. Search WOSN in the App Store or your Android Play Store, and that comes in at none at a bigger time than what's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks. Girls tournament action now officially underway. We had sectional semifinals through the area the last couple of nights. There'll be a lot of girls sectional finals played tomorrow night as well. Also, boys then jumping in this next week. No, Miles and I have a pair of games coming up for you next week in Wauseon in Division III on WOSN as we fan out our multiple crews for everywhere they have to go.
A busy time for the sports report as there's going to be a myriad of scores that they got to cover. And
that's right.
If you're a basketball junkie, is there a better time than right now? This is so much fun. Games with lots of urgency, always hotly contested.
Gets you set up nicely right into the college tournament action, conference tournaments here in a couple of weeks. There's some smaller ones that will get underway here this next week or so, but for those of you that follow some of the bigger schools, you still have a couple of weeks, so looking forward to that. As nothing more. Yeah, Miles general admission. That fits in pretty well. So, all right, Miles, let's take a look at our keys to the game for this one tonight. Let's start with the visiting Patrick Henry Patriots.
Number 1, seize the day. Carpe diem. Seize the day.
Did you say carpet?
Carpe diem.
Carpe.
Breaking out a little Dead Post Society for you. Seize the day, carpe diem. Yeah, just go get it, right? How many times do you get a chance to go play for a championship? Go do it if you're Patrick Henry. Number 2, ball control, Randy. You got to take care of the basketball, but more importantly, be patient on the offensive end. Don't rush shots. really do a good job of breaking down Archbold defensively. And then number 3, awareness on switches. You've got to know who you're going to switch onto. If you're switching on the perimeter and you've got Cade Brenner, you cannot go underneath a switch because he is deadly from downtown, so be aware of the switches.
I know the band's in the way, but the switches are down here on the
hey,
wall.
Keep the lights on.
There's a cutout. You can
keep those.
Oh,
lights
not
on.
those switches.
No.
Oh, okay, not the light switches. Okay. How about some keys to the game for the Archbold Blue Streaks?
Well, there's the man that we talked about already. Big 3 Brenner, Cade Brenner. He is absolutely sensational from behind the arc. 37%. Randy, he can do it off the dribble. Randy, he can do it off screens. Oh yeah, he can do the step back variety as well. He is an absolute dynamic offensive player. You're going to have to limit Cade Brenner tonight. And number 2, play free. Just relax and go play, right? This is the end of the year. You're getting ready for the tournament. Just relax and go play free. And then number 3, attack downhill. It is a much bigger Patrick Henry team, so you're going to have to drive to the basket, get them in foul trouble. If you stand behind the arc all night long and try to shoot threes, they're going to take it away. So attack with a dribble, get downhill.
Those are our keys to the game. Again, Patrick Henry looking for the NWOAL Championship. For our live audience, we'll do the best we can, keep you updated on what's going on over in Wauseon as well. Getting close to the start of this one. We'll take another break here and continue on from the Thunderdome. It's high school basketball live here on WOSN. Inching closer to the start of this one tonight here in Archbold. You see the coaching staff for the Blue Streaks. Joe Frank, the third one from the right there.
Yeah, I think what they're doing right there, the longtime assistant Mike Kennedy with Joe talking about matchups, who they're going to want to match up. Double checking the starters for Patrick Henry, because remember, Landon Johnson out of the starting lineup, so that might change who you originally were going to put on who defensively. So I have a feeling, though, we're going to see a ton of zone out of Archbold here tonight.
On the flip side, you see a couple of the coaches for Patrick Henry. Brian Heber, the tall gentleman on the left of your screen.
Oh, he looks intense, doesn't he? He is fired up. I always like visiting with Coach Heber, and one of the few coaches who has a strong sneaker game. Keep an eye on his shoes. He always does a good job representing.
I think he's got the whites on tonight. I think that might just be the game shoe. I think that's kept either in the box or in the closet, and that's the game day shoe.
Well, we had him at Wauseon early in the year, and it was a different set of Nikes that he had on it. So he might just have, like, Nike sends him different shoes every week.
That's how you have to do it, right?
Yeah, big ballers, that's the way they get it done. Had a chance to visit with him, Randy, and talk to him about his son, Mac Heber, who is going to be a fantastic player as a freshman, 6'5". And I said, how difficult is it not to talk basketball at home all the time with him? And he kind of chuckled. He goes, very, very difficult, because he wants to watch.
You mean there's other things to talk about?
Not in the season, right? You get that tunnel vision. Sometimes teenagers don't share that same tunnel vision with you.
Well, we did have our JV game go a little bit long here. It did end up in regulation, but all the way down to the wire, where Patrick Henry won 42-39. I can tell you, over in Wauseon, they're moving a little bit more quickly after one quarter. Wauseon leads Bryan 17-13.
Now, it's a Bryan team that has not put the jerseys away when everybody thought they should, right? They've continued to fight. They had a big upset over Paulding on Saturday a week ago. So hats up to Bryan, playing pretty good basketball at the end of the year. What a tough league this year. Only 2 teams in the league with losing records. The rest of the teams are all very successful. Tough year in NWAL.
Well, we talked about the players and coaches for the teams. Also, 3 other very important gentlemen working this one. Those are our officials, and a good group handling this one for tonight. See Gary Horseman, Mark Steckschulte, and Travis Unverfer. Looking forward for that as they lower the flag, and we'll step aside here as the Archbold Pep Band is getting prepared to play our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country that has freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and to the flag for which he stands, and in respect for all who have served our country to defend the freedoms that we all enjoy, I'd ask you all to stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps. Veterans, we encourage you to salute to the flag as Archbold High School sophomore Joshua Reed presents our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
So quick correction, that was not the Archbold Pep Band, that was Archbold sophomore Joshua Reed.
Oh, get that name right, huh? Fantastic. What a voice on that super sophomore. This place came unglued when he was finished, and rightfully so. What a great rendition.
So Raleigh Bridge, the veteran voice of the Blue Streaks, set to do our starting lineups here. That'll give us the opportunity to take a look at those starting lineups once again. We're really making our producer, director, Ken Reeker, earn his money tonight. We're just going to put graphics up on the fly and not tell him ahead of time. We appreciate everything he does. You see the starting lineup there for Archbold: Sonny Phillips, Kate Brenner, Jane Seiler, Stephen Diller, and Chase Miller.
Yeah, so let's highlight Sonny Phillips also, a young man that is really improving as a point guard for this Blue Streak team, averaging around 7 points a game and a couple assists. Last week when we were here at Napoleon, I liked his fight. He was able to get to the lane several times against Napoleon. Remember, this is a team, Randy, that returns everybody next year. So it's a team that has grown up as the year as in Coach Joe Frank. I think he's done a great job of being patient with this group.
And the starting lineup again tonight for the visiting Patrick Henry Patriots. Easy for me to say. Again, Lincoln Krieger, Aiden Behrman, Nash Meyer, Gavin Jackson, and Drew Rosengarten. As we mentioned, those of you joining us late, normal name that in the Patrick Henry lineup that we are not going to see tonight, Landon Johnson, as Miles had reported on earlier this week and then gave us in the pregame. Johnson with an ankle injury during practice and is not going to be able to go.
Good news, though, they did take him to the hospital when it took place, not broken. So hopefully he is going to be healthy when tournament time rolls around next week. But what a luxury having Gavin Jackson right there, ready to play the point guard spot, a guy that's in the rotation normally. And if you haven't seen Gavin Jackson play, you'll enjoy it defensively. He is absolutely quicker than a hiccup on the defensive end. Steals galore when Gavin's on the floor.
And again, Patrick Henry will get a week off after this one before jumping into their postseason play. They're going to get either Fayette or Montpelier in a Division IV sectional final at Liberty Center. I mentioned it a couple of times for Archbold in Division III. They're going to open with Eastwood, a team they saw in the regular season, won at Eastwood back just a couple of days past Christmas time in a sectional opener at Springfield. And then we'll get the winner of Tenora and Fairview back at Springfield a couple of days later in a sectional final.
Yeah, being the number one seed coaches like the #1 seed, but at the same time, when you have that bye, a lot of coaches want to keep playing, keep that rhythm, right? Usually that first quarter when you get back on the floor, it takes a little bit of time. The guys get back into the feeling what the game is like again after having a week off. So, and nice for Patrick Henry. They can heal up, but at the same time, it makes you apprehensive having all that time off.
I see that a lot with girls basketball, especially when they have more of the Mondays and Tuesdays where they play. You get in a routine where you're going maybe Tuesday, Thursday.
Right.
So some coaches like to just keep that after playing on Thursday. You don't want it could be 10 days off before you play again.
I always feel in the state championship level too, how that throws you off when your times starting games is always different. You're used to playing at night, and you get the mid-afternoon start time. That's got to be different because athletes are creatures of habit.
You don't want that 10 a.m. tip?
Well, I've asked coaches that. You know what they say? We're just happy we're in it. They want to play at midnight. We'll play at midnight.
So they have finished up the announcements of the starting lineups, and it actually looks like Archbold's made a late change as well, as Micah Novsinger is going to get the call this evening.
Well, Coach Frank pulled that trick on us at Napoleon, and he's going back with Big Country back in the lineup. Take a look at, if you get a chance, at Nopsinger's shoes. He's not done growing yet. He's got some battleships on those feet. He's going to be a big one. Important player moving forward for Archbold.
Is a violent opening tip won by Cade Brenner, and Archbold will have the basketball first. See, our scoreboard tonight is brought to you by the State Bank, invested in Northwest and West Central Ohio, skilled, objective, and caring financial planners. Streaks in the opening possession. We're 15 seconds into this one tonight.
Now, man-to-man employed early by Patrick Henry. A couple back screens. Tried to set up a double screen to get Seiler free, but it was denied by Patrick Henry.
Brenner tried using that offhand. Rebound was pulled down by Aiden Bierman. Here's a three ball on the other end. That was going to hit the rim and underneath the basket. Rebound pulled down by Micah Nofsinger. If you missed our broadcast with Napoleon last week, talked about how Archbold had been out-rebounded by about 200. Tried to fix that. How about that drive?
Oh, what a killer crossover by Sonny Phillips, and the ability with the left hand to finish. Yeah, 270 more rebounds by Archbold's opponents. So that offensive or defensive rebound by Nofsinger was huge to start this game.
Phillips nearly had a steal. Patrick Henry will maintain possession. There's the kick out. Top of the key, three ball on the way. It's going to be up and good.
Aiden Bierman release, rotation, and splash. Good answer.
Patrick Henry with the 1 point lead just underway here from the Thunderdome. Chase Miller with a ball fake, gets it out to Nofsinger.
A couple times already in these two possessions by Archbold, they've been able to get guys cutting free, and there it is right there off the roll.
Nofsinger double team's going to have it stripped on the way up. Ball's going to be taken away by Drew Rosengart. Now still at midcourt. Brenner will slide by everyone and hit the layup.
Oh, how about the go-go gadget arms of Cade Brenner? How did he get a hand on that steal? And does he get wear and stick him on that left hand? Because it stuck right to his hand.
Puts the Streaks back in front. Patrick Henry will work the ball around the perimeter. Rosengarten with the handoff. Ball nearly taken away, saved once again. Here's Gavin Jackson, and a baseline floater up and good.
Yeah, you gamble on Gavin Jackson, he will burn you with that quickness. Nice explosiveness on the baseline for Patrick Henry.
Puts Patriots back in front, but the crossover and the pull-up jumper doesn't go. Rebound's fought for as it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Blue Streaks.
Now, if I'm Patrick Henry, Sonny Phillips has established early in this basketball game that his crossover is too much for us to handle. And play off him, make him hit that perimeter jumper because he's been able to get by you twice.
Patrick Henry able to bring the basketball without any pressure into the front court. Swing it around, trying to get underneath the basket. Good look with a drop step there by Behrman. He'll try to go up and under. The scoop move doesn't go. Streaks come away with it.
Now, it was a really nice up and under move. Had Seiler pin, just couldn't finish.
Miller three ball in the corner can't go, and a nice job going up for the rebound by Bierman.
Now, Bierman's really doing a good job controlling the boards early for Patrick Henry.
And a bucket as well. Makes it now 7-4 as Lincoln Krieger able to score. Ball's going to go out of bounds.
Well, Lincoln Krieger, one thing that's evident from a year ago, his quickness on attacking the rim is something else. And here's another young man that can get to the hole when he wants. Sonny Phillips, but just an errant pass off of Knopfsinger. The country wasn't ready.
And our instant replays tonight brought to you by the Four County Career Center, providing quality career and technical education for over 50 years. Archbold will get a steal, bring the ball into the front court. Wanted to go to Knopfsinger in the corner, but they'll back it up and reset it with Phillips.
Yeah, I really don't know why they didn't.
He'll let fly from deep, can't get it to go. Rebound is fought for, and now Knopfsinger is going to be whistled for pushing Bierman as we see the Four County Career Center replay.
He had Knopfsinger at about 8 feet on transition, didn't give it to him, and he settled for a contested three. You know, that's bad basketball and bad basketball karma. You pay for it. Knopfsinger commits the foul.
That is the first of the night here with 4 and change to go in our opening quarter. This one will just be walked into the front court. Now Lincoln Krieger with it, that high post pass. Over to Rosengarten. Back to Krieger. He'll let fly from deep, buries it.
Wow, how about Lincoln Krieger, one of the best sharpshooters on this team at 35%, 100% that time.
He's got half of the PH points here early on. Dribbling all the way around the perimeter. Good luck getting inside as Jaden Seiler able to score for the first time tonight.
That's a young guy that paid attention to our keys, right? Attack downhill. Seiler does it.
Nash Meyer pivoting all the way around is going to get it inside. We're going to get a whistle and a foul coming before the shot.
Good recognition here on the spin move and then finding the pin post on the weak side. So far early in this game, Patrick Henry's done a really good job of establishing a post presence. That time is Rosengarten that got it on the weak side.
And again, our replays tonight brought to you by the Four County Career Center. It's a 3-ball from the corner off the inbound. That one might have been touched. Brenner able to break free for the rebound. He's going to try to go up just over the rim, lays it in.
Oh, he was going to tomahawk it. Then he said, you know what, I'm going to George Gervin it instead. A little finger roll.
Brings the Blue Streaks back to within a 1 possession. A look inside, muscling his way to the cup. Lincoln Krieger stepping up in a big way here.
Oh, Lincoln Krieger has brought his A-game offensively early. That time with the drive. Already had the big three.
Brenner, how about the three on the other end? This might just break into a one-on-one contest.
How good has Brenner been early in this game for Archbold?
Patrick Henry with the answer once again. Gavin Jackson now with 5, and Archbold's going to take a quick timeout.
Gavin Jackson, the guy that wears 3. He loves the 3. Big time moment for Patrick Henry.
12-11. Patrick Henry with the lead, and for our live audience, we can update you halftime. Wauseon leads Bryan 31-23.
Got stretched a little bit. You wonder if over at Wauseon they're letting Chad Burt know the score here also.
I don't think he wants to know. I don't think he does.
I've been in games where it's crucial that you know who wins when you're playing, and it is nerve-wracking because you don't want your players to know, but someone will come out and say, Coach, hey, over so-and-so, the score is this. And then you're like, oh, man, we got to win this game. We got to win this game.
So we hit on it a couple of times in our pregame. What's at stake? Patrick Henry with a win here tonight, guaranteed at least a title tie. If Wauseon wins, 2 will share the title. If one of those 2 wins, the other one loses, then that team that wins the league title outright. 3-ball is going to be no good. Another rebound pulled down. This time it's Krieger with it in between 2 defenders. Tries to weave his way through. Now 3 from Meyer. That one's going to be left short. That one might have been deflected. Nice job saving that from going out of bounds by Jackson as they work that around.
I think it's one of those. Meyer felt like he hasn't been part of the game offensively. Got to get himself a shot. Woodenhead took an ill-advised one.
Pull-up jumper from the baseline is going to be no good by Lincoln Krieger, and after the Archbold rebound, Krieger is going to commit the foul on the reach. It'll be the first whistle against the Patriots here with 2:10 to go in our opening quarter. And again, our scoreboard tonight brought to you by the State Bank.
I got to compliment the officials early in this game, partner. They know the significance of this matchup. They're not asserting themselves too much in this game, letting the players dictate the pace of the play.
And for the first time tonight, looks like Mac Heber is going to enter the lineup for Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry in the standard red, white, and blues. The red with the blue piping on the sides. Pass was deflected. It's still going to find its mark. 3 ball is going to be no good as Evan Went came in, and he'll miss, and now the Patriots will get it again. Give it to the trailer, Krieger. Krieger through the lane. His pass is going to be deflected. If you want to go to the opposite low block to Caden Rosebrook.
Yeah, Brenner, great job on the weak side, stepping in front of Rosebrook to take that passing lane away.
Force the Patriots to inbound. They just shoot it out to the wing for Meyer. Now to Heber. And now Patrick Henry set to run a little time off our clock here. Jackson cut off at the elbow. Back to Heber.
Yeah, recognizing that Archbold is in the 2-3 zone, so they're going to force the zone to spread out.
They've done just that. Archbold, that is, defensively at least. Krieger will take the 3, and he buries it.
Oh, Lincoln Krieger with a little bit of the flex after. Big-time shooters make big-time shots. Lincoln Krieger has been big-time so far.
Krieger averages 11.8 points per game. He's got 10 here in the opening frame. As his Patriots have opened up a 7-point lead inside of a minute to go. Quarter number 1. Phillips trying to turn the corner, and now we'll get a hand check on the way to the basket. Gavin Jackson will pick up the foul.
Now what a fun matchup right there. Jackson on Sonny Phillips. 2 guys with elite level quickness. That time they said, nope, a little bit too quick for you that time. Going to be a foul called on Gavin Jackson.
So that'll allow for each team to make a substitution as Chase Miller back into the lineup for Archbold, while Aiden Behrman comes back in for the Patriots.
Always got to be aware of shooters when they take it out of bounds. Designed usually to get it back to him, and you see the ball goes back to Brenner.
And he's going to take that long 3. That one's going to miss everything. And it looks like it will hit the baseline before the save attempt, so the ball does go over to Patrick Henry.
Well, he had the younger Heber on him. I was a little surprised he didn't try to break him down, take him to the hole, settled for a 24-footer instead. Air-mailed that one.
Patrick Henry student section is large. A little apprehensive still here in this opening quarter.
Now this 2-3 is going to allow Patrick Henry, if they want, to space this out, let the clock run down, take the last shot of the quarter. At worst, you're going to go into the second quarter up by 7.
Thomas Smith also checked in for Patrick Henry. He's playing a little catch right now with Lincoln Krieger. Just long enough, so there's no 5-second call. And how about the lob? And they played that perfectly, getting it to Thomas Smith. And what a way to end the opening quarter.
Oh, this is sweet. They knew exactly what they're going to do. Watch the back screen right here on Seiler so he can't defend it. And then Smith is all by himself. I thought he handled that pass really well because he was coming down. Didn't panic, just put it right over top that lid.
Yeah, big opening quarter for Patrick Henry. They'll take a lead as we play on here in WOSN. The 22-11 our score after 1 quarter of play. I want to make a quick correction. It was Mr. Reeb with the national anthem.
Josh Reeb. He came back in.
I said Reed, but that is Reeb.
Went to the student section, got high fives, rightfully so. Great job by Josh. Well, partner, remember, one of our keys tonight was Carpe Diem seize the day. I would say Patrick Henry has answered the bell on that one.
The baseline jumper to start the second quarter, and a good one up and in.
Aiden Bierman again, 6'5", and lifts off the ground. Tough to block that shot.
Drive by Brenner will result in a turnover as he lost the handle in traffic. A loose ball picked up on the other end, so the teams will trade turnovers. There's Seiler, 2-on-1. Nice job getting to the basket and uses the body to keep the defender off.
Picture perfect 2-on-1 break. Seiler didn't let the defense pick. He dictated terms and then the finish.
There's Mac Heber trying to do the same thing on the other end. That one's going to be no good. Evan Wett comes down with a miss. And now the Streaks bring the ball into the front court.
Yeah, credit Mac Heber for stopping that fast break, getting back on defense.
And now we'll get a whistle, and it looks like a hold inside. A little bit of clutching and grabbing going on.
This is exactly what Archbold wants. Watch Seiler right here. He's got Brenner on the other side. Going to put the defense in a bind. It's too late. Can't make the block. Aiden Bierman is caught in a bind. Seiler, good use of the left hand.
Saw that thanks to our replay tonight. Again, brought to you by the Ford County Career Center, providing quality career and technical education for over 50 years. So Micah Knopfsinger along the baseline lost the handle, and it looked like the ball was going to be inadvertently kicked, but the officials will play on. Patrick Henry comes away with it.
Now, second time, the young post player Knopfsinger brought the ball down low. Your big post player, got to keep that ball high. Second time it's been stolen by Patrick Henry.
Here's Hebert. He'll have the ball taken away from him. Had a nice job tracking down the ball in the corner, Sonny Phillips. Phillips finds Miller. They'll kick it around. Here's Went left open. Wing three doesn't go. Rebound's tipped up. Thomas Smith able to come down with it.
I needed those points in a big way. Archbold did. Went had a great look. Remember, Brenner is on the bench right now, getting a little bit of a break. They need to get some points while he's on the bench.
Swinging around to the wing for Heber. And now the ball goes in the hands of Lincoln Krieger at a big opening quarter. Pass is going to be tipped into the backcourt. Smith able to track it down. Was it in a hurry? Don't think he realized that was touched by Archbold. Patriots will maintain possession. Heber, baseline, instead will just pull up and a nice looking 8-foot floater.
Oh, it does not look like a freshman at all. That was a big time finish by the youngster.
Pushes that Patrick Henry lead now to double digits, 24-13. Chase Miller give it into the corner, went with a good ball fake. Kick it back out, Seiler. Seiler through the lane, and it looks like he's able to draw the foul. He's going to get a couple of free throws.
That's what I like about Seiler's game in the last couple weeks. He has the one-on-one out top with Krieger. Recognizes he's got the quickness advantage. Goes hard to the rim. They're going to get Rosengarten with the foul. That'll be his first, and if Archbold can get Rosengarten out of the game, it'll be a huge advantage because that young man, he sets some unbelievable screens. You better be aware because he will hurt you setting a screen.
Seiler able to knock down the first free throw, makes it 24-14. Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by the State Bank. Second one is good as well. So Archbold hanging around, back to a single-digit deficit at 24-15.
Josiah Gomez checks in also for Archbold. Another quick defender. A little bit small lineup here for Archbold, but they got a lot of quickness on the floor.
Trying to get the ball into Heber's. Nash Meyer had to float a little pass over the defender. And now Patrick Henry wants to talk about this. A little out of sorts offensively. They'll take a quick timeout here as we are down to 4:45 to go in our second quarter.
Well, somebody's got to step up, right? Because Krieger's on the bench getting a little bit of break. So the offense was a little bit out of sorts. Who's going to dictate what's going to go on? Looked like they had no clue. Good timeout by Coach Heber.
First timeout taken by Patrick Henry here this evening.
If Archbold can get this lead to around 6 or 5 going at halftime, they should feel good about themselves. But Patrick Henry can continue to grow it, keep it at double digits. Going to be awfully tough for the Blue Streaks to catch them in the second half.
After the timeout, Patrick Henry takes over with the basketball once again.
Now you want to see some screens. Watch 23 in red. Oh, he was going to set a ball screen, but it was stolen by Archbold. If you're a fan of watching screens, that's the guy you want to keep an eye on. I know there's a lot of people out there.
You're talking to a large majority of the audience, screen setters. Archbold also made a substitution as Josiah Gomez came in during that stoppage. We'll get another foul here on the offensive end for the Blue Streaks. This is going to be the 5th whistle on Patrick Henry, first of the night, called on Matt Heber.
Gomez, a player that has not played since 8th grade basketball, got back in the program this year. So this year's kind of been trying to get his feet wet again, how to learn how to play basketball. But a really fantastic athlete. Well, look at the length that they have on Brenner now. It's Bierman, number 11 on him. So anytime Brenner's going to shoot, he's going to shoot over top the long arms of the 6'5" Bierman.
Brenner trying to create a little bit of space, will lose the handle. Sonny Phillips able to hold on to it. Now he's going to run right into the Hornets' nest. So Chase Miller steps back and hits a three.
Chase Miller, 33% from behind the arc on the year, 100% that time. Had 2 big threes a week ago at Napoleon. He's staying red hot.
Phillips comes up with a steal, gets to the basket, gets the layup. Phillips now with 4. That's 5 quick points for the Blue Streaks. And they've made this a 24-20 game with 3.5 minutes before halftime.
Well, a little game inside of a game, right? Phillips on Jackson. This has been a battle. Quickness on quickness.
Speaking of quickness, quicks all the way to the basket.
Ooh, is Allen Iverson here tonight? The crossover on both these young fellas. First a steal by Phillips, and you can just see the steaming mad look by Jackson as he tries to hunt him down. Put on the brakes, he'll go right by. Good Phillips. Good finish for Phillips. And then on the other end, crossover city for Mr. Jackson.
So here is Jackson at the line where he will hit the first free throw tonight.
Well, one thing that's evident about Archbold's offense, they've been at their best when they've created turnovers and run the open floor, right? That's the way they're getting their points tonight. But can they get enough steals and defensive stops when you're not rebounding the basketball?
Second one is too strong, but an offensive rebound. And Patrick Henry will maintain possession. Krieger, long three. I don't know if there is a distance too far.
Oh, he shot that from downtown Hamler.
He's got 13 as the Patriots open up an 8-point lead. Trying to get an entry pass down to the baseline. Brenner, good skip pass over the top. Now Seiler with that extra pass, trying to match the distance for distance. It's no good. And now it's Patrick Henry in transition, stepping into a three-pointer is Aiden Behrman. That's going to be off the mark. And Phillips with it quickly for Archbold.
Now Brenner really struggling with Bierman on him. Gonna have to take Bierman to the hole because he's really overplaying the perimeter shot. Archbold's got to set some screens to get Brenner free.
Phillips in a little hesitation, trying to figure out what to do with the basketball. Took one too many steps. He's going to be called for traveling.
Well, 2:04 left, down 8. Archbold kind of snacking on some danger. They got it down to 4, but back-to-back turnovers and big shots by Patrick Henry stretch it back to 8.
Wraparound pass saved from heading across the timeline by Krieger. Krieger thought about that crossover step back. Instead, sets a screen as they get it out to Jackson.
Did you see him when he saw that Brenner was on him? He's like, I'm going to show out.
Three-pointer by Nash Meyer is going to be off the mark, out of bounds. So Archbold gets it back here with a minute 39 to go in our State Bank scoreboard.
Well, how do you get Brenner free?
Well, he might just make himself get free. It just throws one up off glass.
Sure did. High smoocher. Arcade Brenner. Such an electric score. Going over the outstretched arms of Bierman.
Gives him 9 here in the opening half. Patriots work this one down to the low block. Here's the kick out. Two players at one side. Wild shot from the wing is no good. Rebound is going to be up no good. And the Streaks survive the miss. Come away with the basketball. Brenner, three, good.
Oh, hey, Mr. Krieger, whatever you can do, I can do better, says Mr. Brenner.
You mean what I can do, Brenner?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Big three, Brenner, yet again.
28-25. Patriots may try to run out this final 35 seconds. Pass for Meyer is going to be taken away. Streaks will get it. One of our scoreboards here in the Thunderdome goes out.
Yeah, I think Coach Frank calls spread it out. Going to go one shot here. Any guess on who they're going to try and get the ball to here at the end of the half?
Might be the gentleman that has the basketball in his hands right now.
Oh, shades of Hoosiers.
Brenner pulls up looking for the halftime tie. Can't get it on the bounce. Loose ball, still loose on the floor. Picked up by Patrick Henry. Half-court shot will end up in the student section, and that's how our first half will end. Been an entertaining one so far here in the Thunderdome. 28-25, Patrick Henry with the lead. We'll take a break and have some halftime coverage here when we return to the Thunderdome in Archbold. Our halftime shows, and then there are halftime shows. And we were treated to something spectacular for the Archbold drum line there, what we saw.
Wow.
They got nothing on Red Panda.
No, hire them out, right? That was unbelievable. Hung upside down and played the drums. Never seen that before. That was absolutely great stuff.
So as you can see, Miles Holliday, Randy Roberts, Miles Holliday, whichever one. It's interchangeable at this point in our careers. We're here halftime in Archbold, 28-25. Patrick Henry with the lead. Can update you. We now know it's 50-35. Wauseon leads Bryan after 3 quarters there. So for our audience with us live here on Friday night, it looks like Wauseon 1 quarter away from at least a share of the NWOAL championship. The Patrick Henry Patriots still have a couple of quarters yet to go as they look for their first league championship since 2007. Wauseon doesn't have to look back quite as far to figure out the last time they won a NWOAL league championship.
Yeah, one of the blue bloods of the NWOAL, Chad Burt, year in, year out, does a great job. Always rebound and always play tremendous defense at Wauseon.
Not sure if Wauseon thought that was something they could accomplish when they were, 7-7 at one point?
Yeah.
Right after, right around the first of the year. Have not lost since as they get ready for their tournament game. So great job by our guys breaking down the tournament with the bracket special. WOSN.
Take a look at the scoreboard right there. Number 2 with 12 and number 2 with 13. Hey, let's just play one-on-one the second half. Those two players, Brenner and Krieger, put on a show in that first half. They were fun to watch.
I think we could sell tickets if they just went one-on-one.
I bet they would do it, too. Those two are competitors. They get that steely-eyed grin when they get a chance to go against each other.
Do we just do like a league 3-on-3, maybe, or 2-on-2?
Big 3, I like it.
That's right.
Here's the crazy thing, though, Randy. Both those guys back again next year.
Just glad to see have all the numbers returned into our scoreboard. Actually, had the scoreboard to our right where we sit. Actually went out in that last possession. Got that taken care of during your halftime entertainment. The Archbold drum line as Brenner. How about a 3-point play to begin the third quarter?
Somebody call his mama, because he is a bad, bad dude. How about the finish and then the little eyeball for the student section? Let's get involved.
Brenner with 14 is going to try to make it 15 also. More importantly, trying to tie this up as the free throw is good. Failed to mention in our pregame, this meeting the 59th all-time between these two. Archbold leads the all-time series 34-24. If I'm not mistaken, Miles and I saw this game a year ago, and Patrick Henry snapped a long losing streak to Archbold.
Well, we did, and that was a huge win for Patrick Henry. They were excited. I think it was 16 straight wins by Archbold.
Baseline jumper is going to be no good by Mike Knopfsinger. Here come the Patriots into the front court. Krieger, Brenner trying to win himself an award. It's the kick out. Here's Jackson spins. He'll pull up and gets the roll over the rim and in.
You can see he's a physical player, a really good football player. Went through the contact, didn't bother him in the finish. Look at the intensity of Gavin Jackson.
Jackson now with 8 points. It also puts the Patriots back in front. You can see that in our scoreboard tonight, brought to you by the State Bank of West Northwest, West Central Ohio. Skilled, objective, caring financial planners. Tough curl in the lane is going to be no good by the Blue Streaks, and here come the Patriots off the miss. Nash Meyer going to go baseline, and look at the whistle and a foul. Brenner tried to get the block from behind, but caught just a little too much of the body.
Well, anytime you trail or give up the baseline, you're going to either foul or give up a layup, and that time Brenner thought he had all ball, but got a little bit of the hand, and a guy that was really quiet in the first half tries to establish himself right away in the second half, and that's Meyer.
Yeah, first free throw spins out. Meyer held scoreless so far tonight. we said, talks about the depth of this Patrick Henry team. When he comes in, your second leading scorer, and he's held scoreless, and yet you still have the lead at the break.
And weren't a lot of looks for Meyer in the first half with that zone that Archbold was running.
So he's able to split the free throws, makes it a 3-point game. Now we'll get a foul at the other end, and I believe we're going to see a couple more free throws coming up here for Cade Brenner.
And at some point in time, if you're Patrick Henry, as soon as he puts the ball on the floor, you're going to have to bring a double, right? You're just going to have to limit his ability to get to the lane because he is slicing and dicing right now.
Aiden Bierman's going to be guilty of the foul. It's going to be his second. First toss for Brenner is good.
And Brenner 80% from the free throw line.
Hands both of them there. He's got 5 here in the third quarter. Back to a 1-point lead for the Patriots. Trying to double. Ball's going to be knocked free from Jackson, loose on the floor. And looks like it does touch the end line before Jaden Seiler is able to grab that. But nice job by Seiler to knock that one free.
Well, nobody communicated for Patrick Henry, right? The trap came, the tap back from behind. Nobody called it out. So Gavin Jackson was dribbling blindly from behind.
Inbound comes in. The Patriots get it to Gavin Jackson. Jackson, that high post pass. And now we'll get a push in the paint before Drew Rosengart can do anything with the basketball.
Yeah, watch the dive to the free throw line. Getting called out late. You saw Chase Miller calling it off. Knopfsinger doesn't recognize it, and that gets him in a bad position where the only thing he can do is commit the foul.
Saw that thanks to our replay tonight, brought to you by Fort County Career Center, providing quality career and technical education for over 50 years. 3-ball is going to be no good. Offensive rebound. Putback's going to be no good. Third try up off the window doesn't go. We'll see Lincoln Krieger go to the free throw line, and this kind of speaks on what we talked about earlier with Archbold and their rebounding woes that they had this year.
If you don't succeed at first, try, and try again. Patrick Henry, yet another flurry of offensive rebounds, and Krieger has brought the emotion to this team tonight.
We'll get the look off the window and in on the first of 2 free throws.
Oh, look at that young man. Tell me he's not dialed in. He is focused, the intensity of the eyes.
We'll get one more. Krieger with both free throws. Gives him 15. So just shy of half of the Patriot points have come from one player. Seiler cut off on the baseline, finds an Knopfsinger as the kick out. Sonny Phillips for 3. That one had a wild rotation, and it's no good. Patrick Henry will move in transition. Nice one-handed catch, but the ball's going to be thrown away, and now a foul also called on the Patriots, so that possession went from bad to worse.
Oh, it's a tough one for Gavin Jackson, right? He's just hustling to try to get the ball. It is corralled by Sonny Phillips, and he collides into him. One of those, as you're a coach, you can't be mad at the player because he's just hustling to get the ball.
Archbold able to get the ball in. That is the second foul whistled on Jackson. Or the third on Krieger. 3-ball from the wing, another big one. This time Seiler with his first triple of the night, and we're tied up.
Oh, this game is presented by the number 3 because Archbold loves the 3-ball, and rightfully so. They're burying him.
Seiler now with 9. Behrman, with the ball knocked away. Seiler gets it free, and we'll get a foul coming up here against the Patriots again.
Great job by Seiler on the back tap, and how about the hands of Knopfsinger? Big Country going low to get it. And then the foul committed. Rosengarten tried to strip it out, but he's going to commit the foul. It's going to be his second. Big loss because a lot of their offense goes through his screening ability.
Archbold with the basketball, and now a chance to take the lead. Brenner, 22 feet away. 3-ball's going to be no good, and it looks like incidental foul going for the rebound. If someone's going to catch the side of the face of Lincoln Krieger with the hand.
Oh, that's a big foul for Archbold because that's the third on Big Country. Knopfsinger, yeah, I've seen worse, right?
And just incidental contact, 2 hands and arms going for a loose ball and a rebound. Now, maybe Archbold will apply a little pressure.
A little ticky-tack on the inside on Knopfsinger, and this time, look at the hands again. The verticality and the reach of Brenner. He's going to go one-on-one with Krieger, and we're going to say it was all ball. Brenner's beside himself, and look at Coach Frank. He's furious as well. Tough call against Archbold.
Archbold have to inbound under the basket. They get it out Seiler. Seiler from the free throw line nearly lost the handle. Works his way to the basket where it's up no good. Meyer able to track it down. Nash Meyer then will be called, we'll have a foul called on him. I know what I'm trying to say.
That's going to be Chase Miller. That's going to be dialed up right here. 12-on-12 crime. We're going to get him on to reach, and boy, inside, you can break out the sledgehammer, but out on the perimeter, as Bill Rafferty always says, a little nickel dimer.
Team fouls beginning to add up. 5 against Archbold, 4 against Patrick Henry here. We're not quite halfway through our third quarter. Mac Heber, little hesitation move, spins at the paint, trying to get through. His pass deflected back into his hand, and now Nash Meyer, the guilty party, puts a little elbow into the back of Brendan. We're going to take a look at the 4-counter replay.
The active hands of Archbold's defense have been evident all game long. Yet another steal and a little forearm in the back by Nash Meyer, and the Bronx cheer by the Archbold faithful.
That's what Miles does to me when the food comes first at the post-game meal. Elbows me out of the way. This corner kick, Seiler 3 is good.
Oh, this place is bananas. Archbold, you love your basketball or what? Seiler, sensational from behind the arc.
Biggest lead of the night for the Blue Streaks, 36-33 tie-up. Just past the timeline. It'll stay Patrick Henry possession. These Archbold players, more importantly fans, getting fired up here in the Thunderdome.
Well, here's the problem for Patrick Henry, right? Everybody sees it's the run and jump. They're going to trap everybody except for the other 4 players in red. Krieger left all by himself.
Now Krieger step back 3, left short, rebound pulled down. As Sonny Phillips will bring it into the front court. Seiler, someone got a hand in his face on the 3, it's no good. Heber with it. This time felt the pressure coming. He's able to bring the ball into the front court, and Brian Heber wants a timeout.
Coach Heber wants a timeout because this has the end of a game feel to it, doesn't it? End of game intensity. It is great in here. Go bananas, Archbold.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside here halfway through this third quarter. Big one here in Archbold. Hey, check out our website, WOSN.TV, for scores and standings from more sports and teams than anyone in the state. Check out our broadcast schedule, upcoming games, social media posts, and more at our website, WOSN.TV. Final tonight from Wauseon. The Indians will win at least a share of the NWOAL championship. They defeat Bryan 66-42.
Congratulations to Coach Burt and the Indians.
Could have nearly had another foul there. Seiler attacking the basket is going to be called for the offensive foul.
We're going to take a look at great active hands by Seiler on the steal. Thought he was collided there. Could have been a foul. And they're going to say it is a charge because he lowered the shoulder maybe. A tough call against Archbold. Going to have to overcome it.
That is the second on Seiler, 6th against the Blue Streaks. Patrick Henry with it, down 3. Late in our third, baseline drive, no good there, but Caden Rosebrook will draw the foul, and we'll see him go to the free throw line.
Yet another one of these players with length for Patrick Henry. Rosebrook at 6'3". He saw the athletic ability as he spun baseline. A good momentum changer for Patrick Henry if he can convert here.
First free throw airborne by the lefty is no good. Rosebrook yet to score tonight. As Thomas Smith checks back into the lineup. As it looks like Aiden Bierman will sit down. Second toss, airborne. That one misses as well. Chase Miller comes away with a miss, and now Thomas Smith is going to be whistled reaching in. He'll get his hand caught in the cookie jar.
It wound up being a good foul because of the empty free throws by Patrick Henry. You're going to have to make your free throws. You're going to win this championship. And partner, you feel as if Archbold is playing free. They're enjoying the moment. A little tightening out of the young players from Patrick Henry. If you're a body language expert, and I don't tend to be one, but it looks like some nervousness.
You
from
didn't
Patrick
take that
Henry.
FBI course? You did the handwriting.
That's right. Well, actually, remote viewing.
Three-ball Seiler, that was going to be deflected. Body's going to hit the floor, and I believe we're going to have a foul here. This is going to be after the shot when the ball was deflected. It is the 1-and-1, so we will see free throws. We take a look at our replay. They're going to say that Smith had gotten into the body on the box out on the deflection.
Now a little too exuberant on the box out, but he did contact him on the three. It wasn't a Reggie Miller situation by Seiler. He was really knocked to the floor by Smith.
Jaden Seiler's got a couple of made free throws. Will step to the line, shoot the 1-and-1. The first one is good.
This is really a good part of Archbold's game. 68% as a team at the free throw line.
Second one on its way. That one rattles around and falls in. 5-point lead for Archbold.
Now something good's got to happen for Patrick Henry. They are really snacking on danger. Down 5, and where's the offense going to come from for Patrick Henry?
Turnover. Errant pass on the far sideline. That has Coach Heber up working the officials. Quite a bit of contact that side.
Now Lincoln Krieger just checked back in for Patrick Henry. So there's some of the offense that you need, but you're going to have to dig in defensively as Archbold's pulled away up by 5 now.
Take their time this trip. Sonny Phillips. Pull-up jumper, step inside the free throw line, goes in.
You have a sunny day. Give it to Sonny Phillips offensively. He delivers yet again in the middle of the key.
He's got a 6-point lead. It's a 10-0 run for the Blue Streaks. Ball knocked out of the hands of Gavin Jackson. Will stay with Patrick Henry.
Remember, this was a 20-11 lead at the end of the first by Patrick Henry. But Archbold has done such a great job of ramping up the intensity in this game.
Smith to Heber, off the inbound to Krieger. Heber will take the three, and he hits it.
Oh boy, what a big-time shot for Mac Heber.
Archbold trying to answer on the other end, can't get it. Smith able to fly in to get the rebound. Ahead to Heber. Heber right to the basket, lays it up and in, and he'll get the foul.
Oh, you need some points in a hurry. Give it to Mac tonight. The Mac truck on a breakaway right here through the contact. First the big three, and then the finish. Old-fashioned opportunity for Mac.
So I'm going to be honest, I hear Mac tonight, I'm thinking the moon with the sunglasses and the Big Macs. I mean, it's always food with me. I'm a big guy.
What a turn of events. 7-point lead moments ago.
Thanks to 6 in a row by Heber. It's down to 1. Chase Miller, offensive rebound, count it, and the foul.
Big moment after big moment in this basketball game. Yet another one by Chase Miller right here. Splits the defense, power dribble. Krieger with a touch foul. If you're going to foul on the low post, you better bring it hard. Just a little touch right there.
Yeah, all the action is making our producer Ken Reeker work as the free throw for the three-point play no good, as there is just constant replay after constant replay. We thank our replay sponsor tonight. That is the Four County Career Center.
How much is it to get into a high school game now? What do they charge here? $7, $10?
$7, $8, somewhere around there.
$7 gets you the seat, but tonight you're only going to need the edge. This has been absolutely unbelievable fun to watch.
Patriots trail by 3. They have the basketball. There's the lob in. Heber, turnaround jumper. Can't get it off the window, but we're going to have the old wraparound foul. on the rebound. It is going to be the 1-and-1. See if we can see it in our Fort County Career Center replay.
They're going to get Chase Miller on the box out.
Yeah, a little push.
Yeah. I thought they were going to get Diller because he was boxing out in a proper way on the weak side. I was going to litigate for him, say, no, that was a good box out. But they got Miller instead.
So here is Thomas Smith with 2 points at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First one rims out, and it is Chase Miller. Tracks down the rebound in the corner. Nearly had it knocked out of his hands. The Streaks will get it, and they'll take their time, bringing the ball into the front court.
Now Archbold going to try and drain this last 34 seconds out. And Coach Frank signaled to his guys, spread the court out. Heber's got to get on him and make that 5-count work, but it looks like they're going to be content to dig in, play defense. Archbold at worst, if they take care of the basketball, be up by 3 going into the fourth.
More than happy with that. Trailed at 1 point by double digits in this one. Brenner has Heber on him, trying to shake him. Good switch. Now he's double teamed. Has to get rid of it, throws it away in the corner. Patrick Henry will get it under a second to go.
A great end of quarter situational basketball by Patrick Henry, running the trap at Brenner, trying to get the ball out of his hands. Everybody in the world knew he was going to be him taking a shot.
Heber with a big heave. That's going to be knocked away, and that is how the quarter will end. But for the Archbold Blue Streaks, they've come battling back. They have a 3-point lead. We go to the fourth quarter next here in WOSN. Well, what a turnaround for the Archbold Blue Streaks. As Miles said, they trailed 20-11 after one. We're down 28-25 at the half. But had a solid third quarter, outscoring the Patriots 17-11. The last 8 minutes of action set to go, and it's Archbold with a 42-39 lead.
Archbold's brought Knopfsinger back in. Big Country carrying those 3 fouls with him. And important for their rebounding future. He stays out of foul trouble here. This is a game, partner. We're going to see a lot of free throws shot from here on out. Both teams close to the double bonus.
Said it a couple of times tonight. Wasion already a win over Bryan, so we know the Indians have won at least to share the league crown. Patrick Henry with a win here. Share it with Wasion, or an Archbold win will mean that the Indians win it outright. Brenner into the paint, have it swatted away. Ball's loose on the floor. Gavin Jackson able to come away with it.
Yeah, much better job by Bierman staying in front of Brenner.
Good pass underneath by Nash Myers. He gets it to Rosengarten, who's going to lose the handle.
And I think Meyer could have gone up right there. Maybe the extra pass hurt them. Good hands by Miller yet again.
Looked like he was kind of stuck between whether or not he wanted to shoot or pass. Patriots get the inbound in. They'll work it around the perimeter. Jackson wants the ball in his hands.
Yeah, got to go inside. You finally caught Archbold in some man-to-man. Take advantage of it.
Still working around the perimeter. Minute gone by in our final quarter. On our scoreboard, thanks to the State Bank. There's a drive up, no good. And it looks like an offensive foul is going to be called here on Gavin Jackson.
Well, they had Krieger inside on Phillips, but they couldn't get it to him. Yeah, it's going to be a charge on Jackson. That's a big foul. Good work by Chase Miller, sliding over and taking a charge. That's going to be the third on Jackson.
And more importantly, the 9th team foul. No free throws awarded on the offensive foul. So each team with 9 team fouls. So we'll be shooting the double bonus from here on out, as Brenner wasn't looking for the pass. He was trying to explain to the official he was elbowed in the side of the head, but they're not buying it. Patrick Henry's going to take over with the basketball.
A tough break for Archbold as they had the backdoor cut set up. It was there, but good defense by Bierman to make it difficult for Brenner.
Jackson will start and stop, and now reaching in is Sonny Phillips, who's going to be guilty of the foul. We will see Jackson at the line shooting 2.
Not a guy you want to put at the free throw line if you're Archbold. 79% on the year. Well, their struggles continue though, right?
Missed the first one there. Evan Went checks into the lineup now for the Blue Streaks. Brenner will sit down. I believe this will be just momentarily. Both of them no good, but the offensive rebound. Kick out, three ball, in and out as well. This one tipped up, ball loose on the floor, and Archbold will get it.
Oh, what a great look by Krieger. Hit absolutely everything. Couldn't get it to go down. Tough break for Patrick Henry.
Went with a bounce pass, tried to get it to Knopfsinger. It's out of bounds as Nash Meyer got in the way. Meyer saved it, then threw it off Knopfsinger. So Patrick Henry comes away with it.
How about the student section giving Nash Meyer some grief over there, and he just kind of chuckles at him.
Love it. It's what high school sports is all about. 6 minutes to go. What's turning out to be a league championship night. Look at a held ball in the paint. And this one's going to stay with the Patriots.
This is a great call by the officials. Look at Sonny Phillips right there. Get his right hand, and then the left hand doesn't commit a foul. Great job by him getting the held ball position.
And our replay sponsor tonight is the Four County Career Center, providing quality career and technical education for over 50 years. There's an errant pass thrown a little too high for Krieger. And Patrick Henry turns it over.
Boy, taking care of the ball. Ball control was our second key tonight. The turnovers and the missed free throws have really been a problem for Patrick Henry.
Archbold with the basketball. Here's Brenner, comes back in at the elbow to the basket, gets it, and the foul.
Oh, this is a man-sized move. Watch him create the movement with just the jab, the little up fake, and then splits the defense right there. Krieger does not close the door on him. At some point in time, you're going to just have to take away all dribble drive from Brenner. If he kicks it out and they hit a three, that's okay.
Free throw is good. Brenner, a big three-point play, continues to add to his night. The lead's grown to 6. Stop and pop, left open in the paint. Shot is no good. Patrick Henry's just gone cold here in the second half.
Now Chase Miller has answered the bell. They've been looking for a rebounder all year long. He's come up with 5 rebounds in this game tonight, all of the big-time variety.
Cade Brenner gets it into the corner. Ball was deflected. Phillips steps through. Here's Brenner. Open three. If he would have hit that one, this roof would have exploded. Get it ahead on the baseline, and a foul is going to be called as Aiden Behrman's going to head to the free throw line.
It went from near danger with the open three by Brenner to, oh, we got a great fast break opportunity. Good find by Krieger. Anytime you can get it to a 6'5" guy on the break, go ahead and take advantage.
Jaden Seiler guilty of the foul. It's going to be his third. And here is 2 free throws for Aiden Behrman. First one is good.
Well, maybe that'll get Patrick Henry going. You finally get the free throw to go down. Like in baseball, first guy gets the hit, everybody kind of relax.
Patriots have been stuck at 39 for a while. Now with one more, this one off the heel of the iron. Rebound tipped around, and it's controlled by the Blue Streaks.
Oh.
And now an over and back call.
Yeah, you can't come from the front court and catch it in the back court. And you see Phillips did not establish himself in the back court to catch that pass. A costly turnover by Archbold.
Sends it back over to the Patriots here. 5 minutes to go on our scoreboard tonight, brought to you by the State Bank, invested in Northwest and West Central Ohio. Skilled Objective, caring financial planners. Nash Meyer trying to go for the left hand. He wanted the call, doesn't get it. Streaks come away with a miss.
I thought Coach Inselman dialed up the quarterback lead. Nash Meyer trying to pick up the first down.
Now we'll have a foul in the other end. Archman's going to get a couple of free throws.
That's bad news for Patrick Henry. That's going to be the 4th on Gavin Jackson.
Sonny Phillips with 6 points tonight at the line. He'll get a couple of free throws. It's the first.
Now look for Krieger to be the main ball handler out of this 5-some for Patrick Henry now. With Jackson on the bench with those 4 fouls, and he is a furious young man over there. Not happy with that call.
Phillips splits the free throws, so we stay 2-possession game here. Krieger gets it over to Meyer, and the wraparound pass is going to be kicked.
Yeah, Krieger looked phased, didn't he? Hey, son, you're going to have to bring the ball up and take care of the offense. He looked really dismayed by that, right? What a fantastic player. Coach, whatever you need me to do, I'm going to do at a high level. Thinking Krieger's going to be a nightmare for everybody in the NWAL the next 2 years.
Krieger gets the inbound in, and now we're going to have Brenner be called for the foul. That is his second. So here is Nash Meyer with a quiet 1 point at the line to shoot the double bonus. Saw the look there from Coach Heber.
A little bit of a concerned look out of Coach Heber, huh? Rightfully so. Down by 5 now. Still lots of time. Just have your guys relax and play basketball the way that you've been playing all year long. Don't make this a epic game where you put all the stress on yourselves.
Starts with a couple of made free throws from Meyer. That's all 3 of his points come from the free throw line. Makes it 46-42 as you see on our State Bank scoreboard. We near the halfway mark of this third quarter. Brenner, big move up and under and scores.
Put him into circus because he does absolutely everything. About a little windmill out of Kate Brenner.
Krieger trying to answer on the other end, works his way inside, and he'll get called, or he'll draw the foul, I should say.
One-on-one with Phillips, breaks him down, comes back with the left hand, goes through the contact. Nobody's set, so it's a good call by the official. Patrick Henry, I like the idea of continuing to pound the post, get in the lane, make the officials blow the whistle.
Lincoln Krieger at the line where he's able to hit the first. This one has stayed around a 2-possession game for a good majority of the second half.
Krieger now up to 17 points. Been a couple trips since Seiler's touched the ball in a good spot where he can score for Archbold. Got to get him involved again.
Right now it's Sonny Phillips with it between the circles. It's Patrick Henry in that man-to-man now trying to trap into the corner. There it is for Seiler. 3-ball doesn't go. And the rebound grabbed by Aiden Behrman.
Just a little bit too far in that corner. Wasn't in his sweet spot, but Patrick Henry was determined to get the ball out of Brenner's hands. I think you're going to see that from here on out.
Heber picked up his dribble, thought he was fouled by Brenner. Trying to set a screen. Patriots taking their time here. 3 and change left to go. It's Nash Meyer at the wing. Now they'll reverse it around back to Heber once again.
A great battle inside by Smith and Knopfsinger.
Krieger turning the corner, lost the handle, it's in the air, and it's going to be picked up by the Blue Streaks. Archbold with numbers. Chase Miller, he'll skip past, comes over the top. Seiler thought about the long 3, very smartly turned it down. And now Joe Frank wants some time to talk about this. Timeout on the floor, we'll take one as well. 2:40 left to go. We'll see how this plays out here on WOSN. .240 left to go here in the Thunderdome, but if you're a Wauseon Indian fan, you have to feel pretty awkward rooting for your big rival. You don't want to share the NWOAL championship. You don't want to share the trophy, which is literally sitting to my left.
I'm sure some of the guys from Wauseon, the Big Chief 3-ball and the rest of the gang are watching. Congratulations, gentlemen, on getting a share of the league.
Set this right between us. 48-44. Archbold able to get the inbound in.
You know, other than Tyson Rodriguez and Big Chief 3-ball at Wassiana that night, he had 7 threes. That was an unbelievable performance. I think what Brenner's putting on here is very well close to what we saw with Rodriguez.
Brenner right now, Seiler holding onto the dribble, and now defense a little too tight, and the whistle will blow as we foul on Matt Heber. It's going to be his second. So here is Seiler at the line shooting the double bonus.
Jaden Seiler, free throw line for Archbold with 2 shots.
Seiler able to hit the first one. Seiler stepping up in a big way as well. 15, about 5 over his season average.
Had done a much better job of attacking the rim here of late, evident in this game.
6 made free throw pushes that lead back to 6. Now 50-44 in our State Bank scoreboard.
If you're Patrick Henry, no need to panic. Still a 2-possession game.
Ball is going to be lost in the corner, though. Heber saves it from going out of bounds, and the bucket doesn't go, but a couple of free throws coming up here for the Patriots.
Oh, what a play by Mac Heber right there. Gets the steal, saves it, finds Bierman. Yep, right there in the face by Brenner on the foul. Boy, that might have saved the season and the championship dreams for Patrick Henry. And Heber came out of nowhere on that steal.
Here's Behrman at the line shooting the double bonus. First one doesn't go. Mike Knopfsinger back into the lineup for the Blue Streaks. Steven Diller will sit down. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to play. In what is now a 5-point game as Behrman is able to split the 2 opportunities.
And if you're Archbold, take care of the basketball, make your free throws. You're going to play spoiler tonight.
Seiler baseline, and a foul is going to be called. Saw the big chop out of Heber trying to go for the block. We'll see if we can see it on our 4-county replay.
Yeah, improper closeout by Heber on Seiler allows him to get the baseline, and the eye rake by Meyer didn't get the pin attempt, but it's going to send Seiler to the free throw line.
First one is good.
It's been a physical battle. There's going to be some ice baths and tired young men at the end of this one.
Seiler was 17. 7 of them come from the charity stripe. Now make it 8 and 18.
A 7-point lead. Now if you're Patrick Henry, you've got to panic. You start getting points early in possessions. You're going to have to foul or get steals. 7-point lead with 1:30 left is difficult.
Goes in the corner, Meyer with it. Krieger, shot fake. Heber does take the 3, can't get it to go. And is Chase Miller comes down with the miss. Now we see pressure applied by Patrick Henry. How long do they go? Ball in the corner, and it is out of bounds. It's going to stay with Archbold. Meyer nearly had another acrobatic steal.
Oh, Mac Heber, he anticipates so well. Watch him fly out, almost gets the steal there. Him and Krieger the next 2 years going to be fantastic to watch for Patrick Henry.
Streaks inbound in the front court. Seiler to do the inbounding, and looks like Archbold's going to have to take a timeout. Quick timeout by Archbold. We'll step aside as well. We'll see how this ends on WOSN. Minute 19 left to play here in the Thunderdome. 52-45. Archbold would lead over Patrick Henry. Here is the, we can do a little better. That's what's on the line. Literally holding it right here in my hands. It's pays off to work for the league.
Randy put the seatbelt on it.
I did.
Driving.
Literally put it in the passenger seat of my car. I've had it in my possession since yesterday. put in the passenger seat of my car, put the seatbelt over it. 5-second call, so Patrick Henry's going to get the turnover.
Patrick Henry needed to get a turnover in the worst way. They got it with 1:19 left in this game. Still down by 7, though. A lot of good things have to happen. Attack the rim or shoot a quick three if you're Patrick Henry, and then work on getting the steal or the foul.
Officials coming over to the scorer's table, making sure everything's straight there.
Man-to-man by Archbold shown right away. It's Brenner on Krieger.
Ball goes into the hands of Heber. Down to Meyer.
Just too much time. Got to get something going.
Meyer trying to get a little bit of space. And you got to love every time the whistle blows, there's a little bit of hush. It's time taken by Patrick Henry.
The anticipation, right? The whistle.
Have unofficially, we know each team has 2 timeouts left. According to my notes, should be 2 fulls for each squad here with 1:07 to go. What a way to wrap up the regular season. No, there is a few games here and there. Defiance and the annual closer with Lima Central Catholic. One of those set for tomorrow, but a majority of teams either have wrapped up or will be wrapping up the regular season of boys basketball tonight.
How good is the WBL this year? With Ottawa Glandorf beating barely Defiance, 2 unbelievable teams. Wouldn't you like to watch them play like 10 times?
That would be fun.
That would be a fun one. Those 2 teams primed to make a deep run in the state tournament. Don't be surprised if you see them playing in Dayton.
So looking forward to our tournament coverage. Again, follow us. Follow our social media or check out our website, WOSN.TV, for our broadcast schedule. Miles and I were very recently handed our assignments. We know where our tournament trail goes for one of us and our crew. It involves a trip 3 blocks from his or her house.
Yeah, you get to stay close to home in Wasion.
Quick 3 ball is going to be up and good. That's what Patrick Henry needed. First bucket of the night by Nash Meyer.
How about Nash Meyer? Inbounds and comes get the pass. Delivers the 3 in a big way.
Archbold with some numbers. They won't do anything with it as they're going to try to run off what's left. Now Patrick Henry, coach, is telling their players to foul. And finally, Brenner will have the ball in his hands, and the foul's called with 41 seconds left.
Now, how about Chase Miller, though? Bypasses the easy layup to let more time run off. Gives it to Brenner, who's almost automatic at the free throw line. If he can convert his free throws, he might wipe out that unbelievable 3 by Nash Meyer, stepping up big time.
Brenner with the attempt, and it is good. Brenner and Seiler have combined to make 13 of Archbold's 14 good free throws.
Now this is a big one right here to get it to 6.
One will bounce, but it still counts. Meyer trying to go baseline, called for the offensive foul. Going to give the ball over to the Blue Streaks here with 34.9 to play. Micah Knopfsinger back into the lineup now. Streaks still have to get the inbound in. They do it to Brenner. Brenner in the corner, gets rid of the basketball. Patrick Henry still chasing around. Ball is loose, but the whistle called. Brenner go back to the free throw line with 29.2 left. Showing on our clock. On the scoreboard tonight, brought to you by State Bank. Free throw off the front of the iron, no good by Brenner. So big one coming up here. Try to stretch this to a 3-possession game. One airborne, and it's good. So another big night out of Cade Brenner. Patrick Henry quickly brings the ball into the front court. Here's Meyer. Quick three, can't get it to go. Rebounds fought for. Zane Bierman had it out of his hands. Here's Meyer again for three, no good. Brenner with the rebound, and it looks like he'll get a couple more opportunities here with 16 seconds left. First one is no good. Second one is good. Patrick Henry trying to answer, three ball doesn't go. One more rebound for the Blue Streaks. Looks like Patrick Henry is going to play off. The time will expire, and the Archbold Blue Streaks will win at home, and they will keep the Patrick Henry Patriots from winning a share of the NWOAL title. As our final score tonight, we'll have Archbold up over Patrick Henry, 56-48. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll head down to the floor with our Miles Holiday. Big win tonight here for the Archbold Blue Streaks as they hold on at home. They knock off Patrick Henry 56-48. Means the Wasion Indians will be sole winners of the NWOAL Boys Basketball Championship Trophy. Part of that reason is the big night out of Cade Brenner, and our Miles Holiday has caught up with him down on the floor.
Yeah, big three Brenner, Cade Brenner tonight. 26 points, there it is, our hardwood hero. Congratulations, 26 points, absolutely sensational. You guys deny Patrick Henry a share of this. Was it a prideful thing that you guys were going to make sure they didn't get it on your home floor?
Well, any home game, any league game is a competitive game. We never want to see PH, anyone in the league, win. So to deny them a league title is just really sweet. So yeah.
You established yourself early and often in this game that you're going to be an offensive threat. Was that your mindset coming into this game?
I mean, do whatever it takes to help my team win. I mean, they started doubling me earlier in the third quarter. So I started kicking out Jaden, Chase, Sonny. They all made shots. And just on the defensive end, Sonny, he did really well. Our whole team did really well. We were really locked in. So that's what helped us.
Rebounding's been an issue for you guys all year long, but not tonight. Guys like Miller and Nowsinger really stood out. What are your thoughts about the work that they did inside?
I mean, hey, they stepped up. They stepped up. We needed them to step up all season. And, hey, they did tonight, and that's what we preach, step up when we need them. So,
going into the tournament, what can a win like this do for you guys with momentum?
I think we definitely needed this win. This win was huge. Coming off a couple straight losses. Hey, to get a win coming into the tournament, that's huge.
The student body, they're behind you guys. They were a big factor in this. What are your thoughts on how loud they were in this game?
I mean, student section's great. Any energy that the fans or the students can bring to the game really help us. We feed off that, so that's good.
All right, last thing for you, the big half-court shot. Which hoop you want?
I'll show on that one.
All right, going to go on this one. Student body's behind you. Here we go. Can you make it? You've made everything all night long. Oh, it looks good. Oh! You got him right in the head. We'll count it as a make. Congratulations, Mr. Big Three, Cade Brenner. What a performance by him tonight, Randy.
Yeah, big night, 26 points, as Miles had said. What a night out of Brenner, and Archbold able to get a little momentum again. They'll face Eastwood in a sectional semifinal next week at Springfield. Patrick Henry will get a week off. They will await the winner of a game between Fayette and Montpelier before they get into tournament play. We want to thank everyone made our night here at the Thunderdome possible. Starts with Alan Gladio, the athletic director here at Archbold. Welcomes us each and every time our WOSN crew rolls in. Can't thank Curtis Aldrich enough for the work he does behind the camera. And, of course, the great Ken Reeker, the producer work that he had to do tonight. Lots of replays, and that is all thanks to Ken. So our final, once again, Archbold keeps Patrick Henry from winning the NWOAL title. 56-48 streaks over the Patriots. For my partner, Miles Holiday, and our entire WOSN crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.